This is it. What once was science fiction is now reality. This great reset phrase has been being bounced around on Twitter a lot. It's not something you're going to hear about in the mainstream news, at least yet. You won't hear about it until they've accomplished all of their goals. It's like, this is not made up stuff. I keep seeing that they're saying like something like not all of them, but we're seeing like, oh, 90% of the hospital beds in California are overtaken. SoCal and LA, all the hospital beds are overtaken. There's two hospitals that I live about 10 minutes between, and I drove by both yesterday, and they're pretty much empty. I did not go in and check every bed, so I'm just telling you what I can see on the outside, which are pretty much empty parking lots and the lines for COVID testing that are completely empty and everything else. So it's just like, what's going on here? We know that big tech is manipulating us at every level, at every stage, consistently and constantly. So why is it that Twitter has worked one way for years, and literally 2 weeks before an election, they make it harder or more confusing to send out a message, to amplify a message you believe in? So when I saw it on my phone the first time, I thought my phone was having a glitch or something, because they also didn't even send out a message. I happened to see that Jack Dorsey on Twitter, the CEO, he sent out one message about it. But if you didn't see that, and then you're going, wait a minute, I can't retweet the way I used to, you might not know that something's there. And the reason they're doing that is they don't want certain information to travel as fast as it can or it would with 14 and now less days to an election. This literally, and people often don't use the word literally correctly, this is literally George Orwell's 1984 newspeak, that we will change the meaning of words so that no one will ever be able to have a sensible conversation with anyone. Truth will have no meaning. It will be impossible to speak the truth because we won't have the words for it. Newspeak, we won't even remember what happened yesterday, the memory hole. We will be in a world where regulators will be constantly confusing us, so no one will know what's going on. And checked, and it was like, there's nobody tweeting about this. So I tweeted that out, and then I said, you know what, I bet I could post a picture of Alf and a poop emoji, and it will get more retweets than that. And my picture of Alf and a poop emoji got something like 3,000 retweets and 10,000 likes, but that didn't trend. Now, all of this is, without getting too insider baseball, it just shows you that they are messing around with us in ways that are unimaginable. So they're telling you we are using COVID to severely alter how the world will be after COVID. But, they changed the way you retweet. Remember that, where you suddenly had to hit retweet twice to retweet instead of once. And the reason they did that, obviously, was they were watching out for certain things they didn't want going viral. Perhaps things exposing fraud or whatever it might be after the election. Well, then just in the last few days, they've suddenly said, okay, we're going to go back to the old way of tweeting. And as I've been saying, there's a war on reality. That's what's happening right now. But the people that are making sense to me right now are the people that are honestly looking at the world as it is, not as they want it to be. But if you only look at the world as you want it to be, you will be endlessly miserable, because guess what? You don't own the world, buddy.